Hi, Karen Curry Parker here with your weekly Human Design Evolution Report. We start the week with the Sun in the gate 11 and the Earth in the gate 12. Let's talk about that for just a minute because this is a really important energy for us to pay attention to. When the Sun moves to the gate 11, what happens for most of us is we get this massive download of ideas and possibilities. It's a place where we get to sip from the infinite river of creativity and we get overwhelmed with the possibility of the things we could be doing, things we could be creating. The thing that's important to understand about the way ideas work in the human design chart is that ideas serve the function of stimulating the mind and opening it up to possibilities. We are deeply trained to think that if I get an idea, I got to go out and make it happen. And while there's an element of needing to follow through with right action and right steps when we get an idea, sometimes the right action and the right step is not to go do it, but to rather sit with the idea, to serve, if you will, as a sacred steward for the idea, as if the idea is a seed and your role is to simply water the seed and tend to the seed and use your imagination to dream about what is possible that could be created from this amazing idea. When we leap into action with ideas, a lot of times what we're doing is we're pushing with energy that's not correct and aligned. We're taking ideas that maybe aren't really ours, but are ours to share with others. And we oftentimes push against our natural creative tendency to try to force something into being, a lot of times because we have a sense of urgency that if I don't follow through on this idea, somebody else is going to take it. The ideas that are yours for taking will be the ones that not only show up in your mind, but actually in your outer reality will begin to unfold the path for the manifestation of that idea into your life. That is why it's so brilliant that this 11 idea, this gate 11 energy of ideas is paired with the gate 12. The Earth brings us the grounding in caution. The 12 says, I take my time, I wait, I feel, I sense whether the energy is correct and aligned around this idea. And when the timing is right, then I can take action on this idea. The real kicker here is the thing that we suck at as humans, and that's timing. We don't like timing. We especially don't like divine timing when we think we're not in control of it. Just because we have watches and little digital things on our computers doesn't mean we're actually in charge of the timing of the unfolding. And honestly, I will tell you, I think the greatest source of burnout in all of my clients is the push against right timing. We think, oh, I have until Thursday to get X, Y, and Z done, or I have until Thursday to implement this idea. And if by Thursday it hasn't happened, then by God, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm not going to trust the cosmic plan. I'm not going to go with divine order, and I'm going to do it my way, darn it. And then we use our energy incorrectly to push and to force and to ultimately not get the results we hope, and secondly, burn ourselves out. So our challenge this week is to use those ideas, particularly because we have this lovely, delicious opening until December 27 to really explore the outward spiral of where we were with our Mercury retrograde a couple weeks ago and explore our patterns and habits and our focuses, and to really ask ourselves, what energies do we need to create? What foundations do we need to lay to really set the stage for all this inspiration, these ideas, these openings to possibilities that we are experiencing? So take the ideas, cultivate them, think about them, use your energy to get excited around them if they're ideas that are juicy and delicious to you, and then wait. Something we're not good at, but try it anyway. Wait and see what shows up. If it's your idea, it'll keep unfolding in your reality. If it wasn't your idea in the first place, then something else will show up to take its place. None of us are designed to sit fallow, unproductive. None of us are really lazy. Most of us are just seeking to figure out our alignment with right timing. And if you can trust, and this is a key thing, and it's actually a big thing we'll be working on in 2019, if you can trust that there is a cosmic plan, a divine unfolding, if you can stay in the right energy and hold the energy and nurture the seeds of your ideas, then that unfolding happens naturally without you pushing it. The second thing that's important for us to pay attention to is that when we move on Thursday from the Sun lighting up the gate 11 to the gate 10 and the Earth moving into the gate 15, we enter into a little bit of a dodgy energy. And it's a dodgy energy Not only because of the sun and the earth position, but also because Saturn moved yesterday, Sunday, into the gate 38, which is the gate of fighting. Now, Saturn doesn't normally sit there around Christmas time in the holiday seasons, but the 10 and the 15, the sun and the earth transit through the 10 and the 15 every year around Christmas time. Now, the 10 can be the gate of self-love, and it can be an energy of loving. The 15 can be the energy of compassion in their high expression. This brings into the holiday season and your family gatherings the potential for love and compassion. In the low expression of these energies can be the energy of blaming and extremes. And it makes it understandable when you understand that every year, this time of year, we go through these two energies at, right around the holiday season. Why sometimes going into your families, going back to your old patterns and habits in your family of origins can sometimes trigger us into energies of blame and lack of self-love and extremeness of many ways. So I do just want to say, from a loving and gentle place, take a breath as you go into the holidays this year. Really explore when you're looking at the dynamic of what's going on in your family and you get triggered. And it happens to all of us. It happens to me. I'm sure it happens to you. Ask yourself, first of all, take a pause before you do anything. Take a pause. Sometimes that pause is the greatest mercy you can deliver to your family, right? Don't react. Take a pause so you can get back into that space of being deliberate. And then ask yourself, is this mine? Does this belong to me? Do I need to own this blame? Do I need to own this, whatever this is? How can I take this situation and restore it back to the highest expression of love possible? That means loving of yourself. Don't compromise that piece, and loving of the people in the room. If you can keep re-anchoring yourself back in this energy of love, both of these gates are powerful love energies in their high expression. If you can keep doing that, you'll have a wonderful holiday season. Now, last thing we got to explore. As I said, Saturn moved into the gate 38, the gate of fighting. And it can, as such, because Saturn can be very intense and it's a teacher, it's a teaching energy. That gate 38 energy, that fighting energy, can be intense and create tension in a time when we're all trying to be together and nice to each other. The other expression of the 38 is it's the energy that knows what's worth fighting for. Now, Jupiter and Saturn do this beautiful cosmic dance together, and oftentimes what we see is that when we master the lesson that Saturn's bringing us, and Saturn's inviting us to explore our values, Saturn's inviting us to ask ourselves what is truly important in our lives. Saturn's inviting us to really get to the heart of what is precious in our realities and to defend that preciousness, whether it's yourself, your own heart, or the heart of your family, or values that you hold dear. When you are clear about your values, then Jupiter brings us blessings through the gate 9, which is the energy of focus, meaning when you know what's important, when you are connected to the heart of who you are and you are clear about your values, Jupiter will bring us the ability to be able to focus on those values and to consequently expand our blessings by virtue of that focus. Meaning, before you go into the holidays with your family or whatever, get clear about what is the most important thing you want to create during this time. Is it love? Is it connection? Is it community? Is it honesty? Is it intimacy? And then really hold true to those values, sometimes by taking that pause, right? That merciful pause. And then through your alignment with those values, notice that and be aware that it'll give you the focus necessary to tease out all the other stuff, the distractions, the nanny, the sometimes, the person that's had too much champagne in the kitchen or whatever. It'll give you the energy to be able to sort through all of that, to land on the heart of what's vital, the heart of what's truly important, and then for you to be able to take right action based on that alignment with the values. If you can hold true to that, you'll have an amazing holiday season. And the good news is, next week we move into joy. So we're getting there, okay? This is just the fire we have to walk through to get to mastery of joy. So have a very Merry Christmas, a happy holiday season. I will talk to you next Monday on Christmas Eve before we get going. Take good care of yourselves. Remember the merciful pause. Go for a walk around the block if you need to. Take a breath. Go into another room. Get out of the energy of it. Hold on to what's really important. And trust that if you can hold on to what's really important and don't take anything personally, you're going to have an awesome holiday. Have a great one.